Assalamu alaikum and welcome to another edition of ILFL Soccer Nights. With me, Ajmal, and we've got some few guests or champions to select. We're going to be discussing the footballing events that happened last Thursday and specifically yesterday, the Super Cup and the Legends Cup under the Unity Cup tournament. So without further ado, what I'll do is first of all we'll discuss about the Super Cups and before I speak to the champions who are in the studios today, we'll actually go through some of the group stage results. Without going through each individual results, I'll show you first slide. So for the Group A, you can see that East 1 and St. Catherine's top the group, so they both go to the semi-final. And the second page, if you can show on the screen right now, you can see Technique Africa top the group with 9 points and Spirit came runners-up. So those two joined the other two teams in the semi-final. And if I can show the next page, which sees the results of the semi-final, Technique Africa beating St. Catherine's 2-0. East 1 winning 1-0 against Spirit. Spirit, we know the new team that came champions, or actually runners-up in Division 1 and runners-up in the Challenge Cup itself. And in the final, Technique Africa won it 3-1 against East 1. And that leads me to the champions. We've got the guest in the studio. We've got Jamal on my right, we've got Ridwan on my left, and the keeper or the player himself, Mohammed as well. So first of all, I can go to Jamal. I know a lot of guys watching the show would remember him, because I definitely remember back in the days in the 90s, early 90s and the late 90s, he used to dominate and terrorize defensive because he used to play for BYM, so a recognized face. If you're not a legend in the mist, and I know plus he's recently come in to play in the Vets League on a Thursday. If I can go to you, Jamal, if you can just tell us, first of all, Technique Africa, not many people know about the team. Where did it come from? Bit more history or an experience you had yesterday?
Well, we don't really have much of an history. It's basically we're like individual players that train every Monday, and we attract players from all kinds of society. And was invited by the brothers regarding this tournament, said that if we can put a team in, Brother Camrosh, thanks to him, and we was able to put a team together and into this tournament.
So was it your first tournament or you?
First tournament ever.
Oh, excellent.
First tournament ever. So alhamdulillah, we was able to put a team in. Although we had a lot of players missing, first team players missing, we made do what we had, and we done really, really well. Alhamdulillah. I mean, the keeper's not even a keeper; he's our defender.
Oh, right.
Believe it or not, he's a right back basically. But it was man of the match.
Okay, and were you the manager on the day itself?
Joint manager, man, Ridwan.
Okay, so if I can get to Ridwan,
yes,
tell us what your ambitions or what your thought process were before obviously winning it itself. Was the winning the actual in your mind, or was it taking part and getting experience? Because as Jamal said, it's the first tournament. You haven't played a tournament before.
Correct. Firstly, I'd like to say thank you very much for the organisers for inviting us to play in the tournament. It was a terrific tournament. Everyone enjoyed it, alhamdulillah. And secondly, yes, when me and Jamal spoke about it, main objective was to have a day out, enjoy the moment, get a team together, put a team, especially from our background, Moroccan. Yeah. Dominantly, there's a lot of players were Moroccans, alhamdulillah. So yeah, we wanted to win it. We wanted to show that we can play football, and we was there to participate, not only to participate, but to play to win.
It's a massive achievement for a first tournament, first time. You said, I know Jamal just said you train on Mondays. Has that been going for a long time? Or
that's been going on from a good 8 years, 7, 8 years, I would say, at least. The group's been together. But to going into tournaments, no one's ever been committed. It's too much commitments to other things. So this time round, we thought, yeah, we have to put a team in. We have to do a job. And alhamdulillah.
How did you get the actual team from Sunday training to actually perform, I mean from Thursdays or Monday's training I should say, to actually perform on a Sunday? Because some of these teams that you've beaten have been established, for a little while as well. To actually perform on the 11th side is outstanding. How did you guys do that?
I've always believed that if you're a footballer, you like the saying says, you either got it or you haven't got it. And the guys that actually come and train us on Monday, they can play football, basically. They really can play football. And it's just a matter, I mean, football is one language. There's no different language in football. Everyone, one language. If you're a footballer, you're a footballer. And the players that we had, they can play football. So it's just a matter of gelling them in together and, be disciplined and move forward, really.
Let's get the player's perspective. Obviously, you participated yesterday, and obviously you played in goal because I remember seeing you.
Yeah, that's right.
What was your experience, and tell us about your experience and how you felt.
It was a great day. It was a good football day. As you said, we haven't played together you know,
In a tournament.
in a tournament, you know, as such.
But at least you knew all the players, because as we once said, you've been training for a number of years.
That's right, yeah. I mean, and a lot of people were playing out of position as well, like myself. You know, I don't usually play in goal. A lot of all the other brothers were playing out of position as well. But like Jamal said, you know, if in football, either you have it or you don't have it. You know, and for everyone to go and gel so nicely together, that for me was one of the highlights of the day. You know.
So coming back to Ridwan,
Yes,
so obviously you've now got taste of success. Obviously people will be looking out for you. What's the plan? What's the future plan? Or is there any ambition in terms of going forward? Other tournaments or joining a league?
To be honest with you, Rashid Ali, they ain't seen nothing yet. We've still got a number of players. So
what's the plan to progress in terms of, you know, because obviously for me it was a new name. I knew Jamal entered the team and I thought, we haven't heard of this team. The other teams we know, like us in Caffrey, East One, and Spirit, so obviously another new team.
MK Galactica was a very good team.
Very good team as well.
First game we played against.
All the other teams were established in their own rights and they play in leagues, etc. You're the only team that first time in a tournament and don't play in the league. So is there any plans for the future?
Inshallah, brother Rashid. I'm going to speak to Jamal about it. We might be putting in a team in the summer league, inshallah. We was invited by brother Cameras and you've mentioned it as well. So inshallah, the future looks bright for Technique Africa.
But so what's scary is that you said that a lot of your players didn't turn up. So
that's correct.
Okay. Turn up, then I think it's a worry.
Well, the players who turn up yesterday are part of the group, but there is still a number of players that didn't participate yesterday, which is very
well, it's scary.
Reinforcement.
You want honesty on the show, obviously it's live show, so we don't want to say. Well, basically, a lot of players turned us down. And when I say we're going to give it to them, because basically the players that never turned up, we're talking about proper players. Maybe the pitch yesterday, like I was saying to Brother Rashid just a few moments ago, the pitch is not suitable for ball players. The pitch is not all that, unfortunately. But the players that never turned up really upset me, to be honest with you. Alhamdulillah, although that we won a tournament, but it's not about really tournament. It's the principle of the fact that, you know, you say you're going to turn up and you don't turn up on the day. As Rashid would know, and all the brothers involved in football would know, they turn you down on the day. With a lot of teams, on the day they turn you down and say, oh, I can't. You know, it's upsetting. But if we can get that straight, then like brother once said, the future looks bright. If there's commitment there, and you know they show 100% commitment and they want to enter tournaments, alhamdulillah, thanks to all the brothers that are inviting us and stuff, we can participate in all the tournaments. That we've got to have commitment, 100%. We had 22 players, we ended up with 11, and then they started turning up a bit late. Something.
I think that's an ongoing issue with
a lot of teams. Everybody. It's not nice.
I think it's similar to an established team yesterday. Failed to even turn up until
a couple of them, I think.
Spirit turned up late. Obviously, that's one of the reasons why the Bowman even failed to turn up until, which obviously created uncertainty within the league itself. But I think that's an ongoing problem with a lot of teams, a lot of people. I don't know if it's a new generation thing. I know we discussed it a few times on the show before. It's something that management need to hold on. So, from another player's point of view, are you looking forward to more tournaments and participate in leagues? Because obviously you're being on the pitch doing the business. Is that one of your ambitions, to showcase your skills and talent?
Well, of course, yeah. I'd love to play in more tournaments. You know, they don't come around that often, but when they do, you know, it's very enjoyable. Like I said, it's a very enjoyable day. And
what about playing leagues as well? Because have you seen other leagues?
I mean,
leagues and winter leagues.
I used to play elsewhere on a Sunday up until recently, but. Again, it's finding time and this kind of stuff. You know, it's life's pressures. You know, football is sometimes it takes a back burner. You know, so you know, I would love for us to enter into a league, and I did discuss it with Jamal yesterday. But again, as he's just mentioned, it comes down to commitment and getting the numbers right. And if we can do that, I'm sure we will do.
Okay, so once again, from myself and from ILFL, congratulations, and it's a massive achievement for Technique Africa to first tournament, a new team to win it. It's a massive achievement. So congratulations to you yourself. Another subject we will discuss before we go into break is one of the Premiership games that took place yesterday. It was between Ace and Bromley, and Ace winning 7-3, which has a knock-on effect on the league itself. As we can see, the league table, Ace now 37 points, and from my opinion, more or less have clinched the title, because Bowmans are now 3 points, the goal difference of 28, which more or less is mission impossible. So congratulations to Ace for winning the game yesterday, and for formality's sake, we'll have to wait till 2 weeks' time when they play the fixture, Ace versus Bowman, to confirmed as champion. Admiral, we didn't see that result coming, did we? Ace beating Bromley 7-3.
Well, I did call it. I did say Ace will win I think a couple of weeks ago. So I think we were saying that Bromley are a very good side, but we were saying that if Ace turn up on the day, they've got that game in hand. They have to make use of that. And I think they did make use of that. And fantastic.
To make it more weird, Bromley was winning 1-0 in the first half. But I watched the second part of it, and Ace were attacking left, right, and centre, and I could see the goals coming. So you know,
that hunger showed, didn't it? Really, yeah, that desire, determination, really showed. And
Ace were going for the title, whereas Bromley were just fulfilling the fixture. To be honest, I didn't see the same. Obviously, they played to the best of their capabilities, but you could see the hunger on the performance itself. So congratulations to Ace, actually managing to obviously top the table itself, and hopefully we'll bring them in the show in the next couple of weeks. We can discuss further. As we're now coming to the end of this segment, we're going to discuss the Legends Cup and the Vets League that took place on Thursday on the next two segments. So don't go away, stay with us. We'll see you shortly after this break.